Lord Marshal, we've just received word that Grand Ship...
Vanished? You mean to...
We know little as yet, but it seems Grand Ship's inhabitants have... And according to what we've heard from them, Grand Ship did not sink, it simply...
How is such a thing possible?
Alternus, where is the Wind Vestal now?
After a brief stop in the kingdom of Kaldisla, she entered Grand Ship, but her current whereabouts are unknown.
Muster our forces with haste. I will have every last soldier...
Yes, your lordship. But may I be... Our land of Eternia is an inviolable realm ringed with lofty highlands.
It is by hope I make much of nothing. Yet we cannot leave matters to hope or chance, for we now have but one crystal under our...
Could it be your lordship's daughter is providing the Vestal with
Victor! Hold your tongue!
No. His fear is...
I bring ill tidings! An enormous flying vessel has been sighted over Southmoor, and it appears poised to...
ill tidings? I fail to see how...
Suffice to say, sir, it's a veritable fortress, far beyond...
Could it be Lord Marshal?
This is the Wind Vestal's doing.
Do you mean to suggest Grand Ship has taken flight? That it has surmounted the highland? How absurd. Spare me your...
How do our defenses presently...
They stand ready for war, as you... And our troops in Frostpeak Passage, and artillery at the...
We shall join the defense effort. Victor is the demon...
I beg you, call her not a... That is, if you hold your life. And whether Victoria goes to war is not for either of us. The decision is hers alone.
But is she not receiving treatment as we speak? When she worked her magic upon me, she seemed more than ready for...
Her fits grow in frequency of late.
There is no cause for alarm.
All right, let's settle down here.
The crystal lies in Everlast Tower.
Isn't it in some manner of temple?
There are no crystal temples in the Duchy of Eternia. 15 years have passed since they stamped out the crystal orthodoxy in this land and remade the Temple of Earth into... We must reach the city before we can get to the tower. And that means a trip through Frostpeak Pass. The army has special defensive units stationed there to prevent any intruders. It will be a fierce fight, so I suggest we prepare before setting out.
Gats, and I want you to take the proprietress and flee in the ship if worse comes to...
Understood!
You can count on us.
have another report, Lord Marshal. The Wind Vestal and 3 others have been sighted leaving that enormous vessel. They've already fought their way through Frost Peak Passage and are now approaching the city!
Have we received word from the forces deployed to the various lands?
I'm afraid there has been no reply from any corner.
Then there is no hope of reinforcement.
Shut the valve for the white magic cable.
Surely you don't mean that, Lord Mark.
It could very well have a serious impact on the...
There is naught else to do. Should the tower be destroyed, the linked cables placed... Order all defensive units to intercept the Wind Vestal at the 3 past...
Yes, your lordship.
So, Edith,
It is.
then how about a rundown of the popular date spots? I'll escort you to...
Actually, I'd rather not. This city is unlike any I have seen before. It is a curious town indeed. Yet I hadn't noticed till I'd been away for...
Idea, what are those stretching toward the city from up on that cliff?
Those are the white magic cables. Within them flow energy waves that amplify the effect of... The cables stretch between healing towers throughout the city, allowing patients to receive the latest... That is why few in this land die of illness or disease. The people live...
Appearances would indicate otherwise.
Waves that amplify the effect of white magic is such... Well, the more precise term would be extracted rather than produced. Before I left Eternia, I was thankful for their beneficence. I harbored... Idea? From where does... Idea? I thought that my... It's been ages! We were classmates at the... Oh, I was worried when I heard you've been assigned to the Sky Knights. What a relief to see. Oh, and I heard about your mother, too. My mother? Has something... Nobody told you? She was recently admitted to the Central Healing Tower? You really have no idea, do you? Well, you'd better go pay...
It's cold! Good. I was sick of waiting. I am the mouthpiece of Susano O. You who bear the qualifications. Have you the confidence? Good. Then show me you've the... Splendid!
She's right this way.
Mother!
Why, Adia, when did you return?
Never mind that. Are you all right?
Of course I am. You mustn't trust. And I've been feeling quite a bit better since I came here.
Yes, but
Well, aren't you going to introduce me?
Oh, about that.
I am Adia's mother, Mazer Lee. Thank you for looking after my... So, you are the Windvest...
Mother, how could you possibly know that?
I am the Grand Marshal's wife, after all. I hear much to which others are not, and I am particularly well informed about the Windvestal's traveling companions. Sir Alternus provides me with the latest news.
Alternus. I wish he... But he knows. Oh
Oh, relax. I won't report you. After all, it's...
no. Mother.
My, you look almost grown up now, Adia. And to think you were such a...
Mother, you're
Don't listen to her, milady. We'd love an
What a wonderful...
To be in your daughter's company. The pleasure has been all mine.
You stay out of this, Ring-a-Bell.
How wonderful to see you so full of...
I'm...
If that is truly so, then there is... Why did you defy your father so?
The world. It is being... Many have already suffered greatly as the shadow envelops the world. And the suffering and sorrow will only multiply if we fail to stop. Agnes has been risking life and limb in her quest to rid the world of the... Yet my former comrades in the Knights of the Eternian Sky sought to capture and even kill her. And it's not only the Sky Knights. The military forces, agencies, and consuls Eternia, they've done nothing but cause pain and suffering. And taken... I used to believe anti-crystalism was the true way, but I know now that is not so. After traveling the world, I've taken in all I've seen and all I've learned. And there, deep in my heart, that is why I am here now with my dear comrades.
So you have come to do battle with your own father and the
No, you don't understand. We haven't come seeking battle.
Awaken it?
Yes. But then I received word that you were ill and receiving treatment.
There's no need for that.
No need?
There's no need to worry about me.
It's time for your examination.
Forgive me, but this is where we must say goodbye.
Mother! Adia, the white magic cables extend to that medical... I wonder to where they all lead. To the Earth Crystal. What's this? Eternia has advanced its medical arts by extracting the crystal. My mother once suffered from a debilitating disease. That she could speak with such vigor today is due... But how could such a thing be possible? Even Vestals are incapable of extracting power direct... It seems Eternian scholars long studied how to extract such power, and finally succeeded.
Wait. What would become of the central medical tower? What of your mother, Adia? And the many others? If the power provided by that cable were to suddenly cease, the people that depend on it to survive...
As a Vestal, I can only say that this white magic cable is a and yet...
There are people whose lives depend...
But only the Eternians benefit. I mean, not awakening the Earth Crystal is like... It's like abandoning the rest of the world. It's not an easy choice, but we have to try. We can't let the whole world be... She's right. The peace and tranquility that Eternia enjoys is built upon the tears of others, and I shall not stand for it. That's why I'm here, and that's why you must awaken the Earth Crystal, Agnes. Agnes! All right, then. I'm glad you understand. Now, to reach Everlast Tower, we must make our way through Eternia. There are 3 passages leading there from here in the city. We must, but be warned. My father has no doubt deployed...
What is this place, Adia?
A very good question. I never knew there was such a village on the east.
Marza, is that you?
Huh?
I am mistaken. You are much too young. Might I have your name, young?
Adia.
Of course. This is the birthplace of the Lord Marshal and his wife.
What's this? I'd never heard of such a place.
Why are there...
So you know naught of the Great Plague? Yes, perhaps. Yes, the a sickness that began in eastern lands. Soon it struck the year after your parents were wed. Once the plague took root in Gravemark, it was on orders from the head temple of the Crystal. But I still believe, after all, the city of Ita, millions upon millions across the world, and I have been tending Your parents paid us a visit upon They seemed truly sorry that their home... Yes.
I feel as if I haven't been back in ages, but it hasn't truly been so very long. They say home is where the heart is, but all I feel...
Oh, spare me your sickly sweet nos... I mean, we're going to kill you anyway, so... You're the one who...
I bid you, Victoria, unleash your full power.
I wouldn't have it any other way. The kid gloves are coming right... Why did you... Why? Let me see. Don't look at me like that. I mean, a crystal vest. And that goes for those fools you're with, too. Stumpy little...
Tia! How dare you hurl... I care not if you are the Grand Marshal's daughter. I'll not rest until you...
Fine. Then I'll not rest until that foul-mouthed...
I'll have you know I'm in top form today. Now you'll Go ahead and try and escape. I'm going to toy with you like a cat. Not talking so big now, are... Better save it. Victor,
As you grow more unstable than I had feared. We must seek treatment at once.
Hey, wait!
Where did...
Victor spoke of getting treatment. The closest place around here for that would be... What is... What?
Silence, if you please. She would likely perish.
Victor S. Court? What is the meaning of this? Who...
Allow me to tell you a story, if I...
In other words, you're stalling for time. Time enough to...
No, that is not my intention. Now, about that story. In truth, once upon a time, in a place not of this land, there was an orphan child suffering and abandoned by physicians and all around her. She simply waited upon her inevitable demise. But hearing her voiceless pleas, the Lord Marshal took her in his arms.
My father did that?
Were it not for his lordship, her fragile life would... I'm sure you are well aware, dear, but science and medicine in our land have advanced great... I was pulled from my studies on the Earth Crystal, and yet my treatments were still experimental. She survived, but ill effects linger. Side effects, fits like that you witness, strike periodically. And their violent turns of mood soon stripped her of any semblance of... Each time her tiny form is racked with pain, I ask myself, no, but ever is my answer. As long as I draw breath, I will see that she does too. She is both my crime and my redemption. My ego, my joy.
I mean, really, Victor, that was so boring.
Forgive me, Victoria.
Back to my old self. But I don't think I could take another one. Now, let's take care of these fools once and for... To think you just stand around twiddling your thumbs when you had a second chance. But that just proves you're the fools I knew you were. Victoria, don't blame me. You're the ones who just stubbed their own... a mere vessel dare hinder my every move. Your early years may be tragic indeed, but I cannot forgive what you've done! You stole the life of a dear friend from me! Vengeance? I can relate to that. I've no interest in the Grand Marshal's fancy idea. But we do agree on one thing. The need to crush the Orthodoxy. Total annihilation would be too easy on them. They'll all pay for what they did to me.
death. I now go to be by Victoria's side. Sweet Victoria. Sweet, sweet.
Hail, Nessian children of...
Who's there?
A petulant daughter's act of rebellion against the father who...
What?
The naive Vestal sense of justice as dictated by others, unquestioned as it is an orphaned existence, ignorant of himself and Has playing as the trusty friend filled your hollow soul?
Show yourself!
Not but children, all of you.
What?
I am done here. I leave the rest to you.
Your cooperation is much of...
Cooperation? No. It is my interest lies in the Templars. You may cast the remaining 3 into the dungeon.
Yes, my lord.
The 2 newest members of the Council of 6 have perished at the... 'Tis such a pity.
So Victor and Victoria,
Yes, Lord Marshal.
the tragic end.
Indeed. But the Vestal and her fellow conspirators...
Though the toll was heavy.
No, this was not my doing.
I see.
There was one more matter. Your daughter, Edea.
And?
I simply thought you'd wish to know.
Is this my— Where is everybody?
No, leave us. I simply wish to speak.
Father, you never learned to knock first, no matter how many times I asked.
It seems like ages.
What have you done with my friends? Where have you taken—
Your fellow conspirators are held in the dungeon.
The dungeon? I'd feel—
As for the Wind Vestal,
Agnes, what will you do with her? You'll bring ruin upon—
you speak of ruin. It is you and your crystalism is a cult, a tool for deceiving the masses. We can trust that the Wind Vestal shall never again see the light of day. And should she—
Then it's as I feared. You'll have her executed, though she was merely caught in a web
Selfish, you—
Well, they are, aren't they? You send big men to chase down and— You wage war far and wide? You ravage nature? Are those your ideals, Father? What is it you're— I don't understand!
I did not raise you to be such a
Father, why do you say—
The Earth Crystal is now the last of the crystals here upon Luxendark to retain all who seek to awaken the crystal, whether the Vestal or my own flesh and blood. You shall remain here whilst you regain your
And just how long am I to be your prison?
until you realize the end. Redouble the guard. My daughter poses a graver threat than you.
It's as I feared. Father.
Lord DeRosso, Your Grace, what brings you?
15, you say? It brings me joy to see what a fine Grand Marshal. For an immortal such as I, 15 years. Do you recall that day? It was dreadfully cold by your reckoning. Upon ceding the head counselor's seat to you, I retired to my and now 15 years have passed since you rid yourself of. But I ask you, you seized the Earth Crystal and laid waste to the places sacred, and you brought the crystals under the dominion of man. All great deeds we failed to accomplish.
I did it not for pride.
I would have you accept my words as true, for there is indeed you have acted most valiantly, unlike we, and yet you have been too hasty. I fear I do not share your urgency, but I understand the reasoning therein, and it is from such understanding that
though 15 years have passed, you have changed. However, if I...
Father... Right. Already. It's quite...
Forgive me, Lord Marshal.
No, she is not. She was supposed...
Yes, Lord Marshal, she was. But
What's this? We're not the Central...
they claim never to have stepped from their post. Her chamber door was never...
Then how could she have...
Her father's daughter. She acts from the same sentiments. Those sentiments that you...
How could you know that? Have you not been away from this land these 15...
Was it not you who drove me to exile? But to one such as I, you and your daughter are one and the same. So it is I can understand what both father and daughter... You ought try speaking with her, and listening too. Crystalism. Anti-crystalism. The quarrel between you and your daughter. Open your heart before it is too late. The very future of this...
You truly have not changed.
Is that so? Well, you must forgive me. But...
Found it! Now to... Are you all right, Ring-a-Bell?
Why wouldn't I be? I mean, I knew you'd come. And, well, here you are. You're my savior, my goddess. Let me thank you with...
Ring-a-Bell, are you coming or not?
Of course. Let's...
Thanks, Adia.
You're quite welcome. But it was really nice. After all, I was raised within Central Command's walls. I know...
Were you able to...
Huh? What does it matter to you?
You have family you can talk to.
You would forgive my father? Grand Marshal of Eternian Forces, you've seen how much Agnes has suffered because of my father's...
True enough, but...
You need not worry about me. We need to focus on awakening...
All right.
Yes, I am. Now that you're here, Adia, I'm glad to see Me? Well, the Eternian forces do view you as a traitor. I feared they'd have some unspeakable punishment awaiting you. You needn't worry about that. My father is not so draconian as that. At least no harm has come to you.
I'd like to thank you too, Adia. You saved me from having to search this entire...
Eri, do you think you could have carried this key around? You're so little after all.
It does look really heavy. I'd rather not think about...
There's nothing to worry about now that I'm here. Well, I better lead the way. With your poor sense of direction, Agnes.
Now hold on. My sense of direction has improved.
Isn't that simply a matter of having Eri and Tiz lead?
Well, that may...
Don't take it
if you say so.
Now, if we can get through here, then... hold on. It won't...
Are you sure?
I don't understand.
Little...
Who's there?
Sage? Is that you?
What am I doing here? As for me, I'm...
Right where you...
Yes, indeed. You see, I'm a founding member of the... And that would make me your...
I don't...
I've been sequestered in Yuliana Woods ever... But the fact remains, I still count among them.
You were acquainted with my father? Then you must... Why didn't you say so, you miserable old...
I saw little need, being that...
This cannot be. You are a trusted friend to us. A teacher...
And to now hear you say you serve Eternia? The people who killed me... I don't understand.
Who indeed?
What do you...
An old friend has risen from a long slumber, so I came to see.
A warning?
Then you yet serve the Duchy's forces.
You are not entirely wrong. This world is not so clean or pleasant as you. I suspect your journey this far has. Malice is not the only enemy. The road with action comes consequence. The joy of to decide one way is knowing this. Will you continue?
Nothing could stop me.
You mean...
Right. Us.
Is that so? Have the courage to think and...
Have the courage to disobey.
Well now, you do...
Sage.
Step...
Sage?
Know that ever shall I...
It won't open. But I should... Eternian Central Command lies ahead, and the chamber of the Council of Six is...
So that's where we'll find your father, Adia?
Yes. Along with the Dark Knight Alternus Dim, and that...
Well, we need the key Adia's father has. That's the only way we'll make it to the Earth. If we can just get the key, maybe we can avoid fighting a lot of people.
I'm afraid that is one big...
Lord Marshal, the gate to the dungeon was utter... But why would Juliana assist in the wind that...
The capricious old fool. I cannot fathom his thoughts. But it's as if they had come to gloat over my demise.
Lord Marshal, I'm afraid I don't understand. It is unlike you.
Victor and Victoria are defeated. And we no longer receive word from our... Those two grandsires said their piece. They're going... All that remains now of the Council of Six are you...
I shall not concede defeat. Were we but to sleep...
And what of my daughter? Hear me, Dark Knight Alternus Dim. I would have you...
Your Lordship, I must protest.
It is my faith in you that makes me bid you leave.
You need merely speak the word.
The time has come for me to share my true aim in restoring the Duchy of it. Until now, only I and...
This is the room where I grew up.
So this...
Hey, ring a bell. Let a girl keep some pride.
Where's the fun in that? This place must be full of memories. I don't have any memories, least any I can recall. So forgive me if I wax a little... They say you can tell a person by their room. And all I can say...
Thank you.
Hey, isn't that a picture of you, Adia?
Oh, how embarrassing.
Here's one with your entire family.
Oh, I'd forgotten about...
Seeing this picture leaves no doubt of the depth of your father's love for...
If by love you mean exasperation, you...
Are you truly prepared to battle your own...
That would seem to be my destiny. You could say we are both of a mind that shan't ever waver once we decide upon something. To go against one willing to die for his beliefs calls for steel. That is why
It doesn't have to be this way.
How so?
It serves no purpose to abandon dialogue from the start.
I will consider it.
But that cannot be.
It's not for us to question. I will see that the Vestal and her followers are stopped. And you, I would have you. The Pillar of Light will appear somewhere in this world. You must.
Father.
How could I have not known about that secret passage to your room?
Well, I've been using it almost as long as I could walk. It's come in handy.
I see.
Listen, Father. I wanted to help you fulfill your ideals. I truly did. I mean, no matter how I tried to get through to you, you never... It was as if you always had your back turned towards me.
It was not that I never accepted you. Rather, you were ever my assigning you to the Sky Knights was an acknowledgement that you had become the woman I had thought you might tame that band of ruffians. to bring them to order.
Thank you, Father.
Do not thank me, for I too shall do whatever it takes. Mine is a cause that I shall not willingly abandon.
Yes. It was when she first fell ill that you began to rush the pursuit of your ideals.
I will not stand by and watch you ruin all I've made.
Why, Father? Why must you always refuse to listen to me?
My ideals are no longer my own. It is my...
Protect the world? But is this battle between us all but inevitable? I came here knowing that mere words could never bend your will.
You've come this far, only to spout such sickly sweet sentiments. Blood and steel are the final resort between those unwilling to... I am Brave Lee, the Templar, Grand Marshal of Eternia. Prepare for battle! shall not pass.
You should not have come.
Forgive me, Brave. This is all my fault.
What is this foolishness you speak? You are ever the strength, and I love you. And
Father?
do not fear. He is merely his wounds, they will heal, and he may never wield his sword.
Mother, I told myself I was ready to fight him. Even if it...
Then surely you will not stray from your path, so long as you hold by your actions. You have finally granted your father a reprieve. It was for the best.
Mother, we now go...
I see.
Forgive me.
There is no need to ask my...
Oh, but there is, Mother. For if we awaken the crystal, your treatments will we will no longer be able to keep what ails you at bay. What sort of daughter does that to her mother?
Oh, Adia, you truly are your father's daughter.
Mother!
How very touching. I beg pardon for my...
And you are...
Of course, you had yet to see me in this form, but you may address me as Lord. It appears you have underestimated the Templar's great deeds. For he has advanced science and medicine in this land while complete cures may not yet be possible, sickness and disease can be prevented from awakening the crystal shall not rob your mother of such mortal life.
So then...
We're free to
Ironic, is it not? To think I would be the one to urge the wind vessel. I can see purpose unwavering in your eyes. 'Tis as if I gaze, and yet there is still much. I have seen years measuring in thousands. Hope and sentiment, the rise and fall of the Orthodoxy, the restoration of Eternia. So much may happen in a life.
The way to Everlast Tower is beyond this door.
Let's go! It's no use.
If you wish to pass this gate, seek you the 6
Keystones?
Keys of stone? Stones?
Though the way is barred, 6 number the holes to be filled. The time is ripe to prove yourselves worthy.
No fair! Couldn't you offer a small hint?
I said I shall say no more. Now off with...